Hey, thanks for spending your afternoon with All Day Live. I have a question for you. Have you started your Christmas shopping yet? A survey from Bankrate shows about half of Americans say they begin holiday shopping before November 1st. But if you haven't, there are opportunities to shop and shop local all over the state of Minnesota. Hayley Matthews-Jones is the founder and CEO of Minneapolis Craft Market. She joins us over Zoom to talk about the holiday shopping season. Hello, Hayley. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
You also run the Minneapolis Vintage Market, which is one of my favorite markets across the Twin Cities at Machine Shop. Tell me a little bit about your organization and how all of this got started.
Yeah, so I started the craft market in 2015. I'm originally from London. And when I moved here in 2008, I really just missed the street market scene in London. It's just such a core part of everyday life in most of Europe, And so I waited for a while for someone to build that kind of weekly artist market. And eventually in 2014, I started looking around and thinking, well, I guess that's on me. So we launched in 2015 and we had a lot of partnerships with the local breweries because we coincided with the passing of the Surly Law and all of the big the brewery boom here. And so that's been those have been great partnerships with us for the 9 years that we've been in operation now.
Wow. Yeah. And I was looking at your list. You're popping up all over the place. How many markets are you running? Tell me about some of your big ones.
Yeah, so between Minneapolis Craft Market and Minneapolis Vintage Market, we host around 120 events a
Whoa.
year. So we have something going on most weekends of the year, but particularly in November and December, we are doing multiple things every single weekend. So some of the fun ones that we have already open and up and running every weekend right now are Field and Festival, which is our more farmers market style. So we have craft vendors and food vendors at that location, and that's at Wagner's Greenhouse in just off of 62 and Penn. And then we also have our handmade holiday market at Brewhaven, which is formerly Lakes and Legends Brewery. It became under new ownership and a new brand this year. And we're continuing our pop-ups there every single weekend. So we're at both of those locations, Saturdays and Sundays,
Oh,
through
wow.
December 22nd.
Oh, I love this video is just getting me into the holiday spirit. You're going to be
Yeah.
on Nicollet Mall too. Tell me about holidays on Nicollet.
Yeah, so we're returning for our second year at Holidays on Nicollet. So we are in the IDS Center building in the old Hubert White space. So right facing onto Nicollet Mall, it's a perfect location for us, a really big retail store. And this year we have 60 vendors. So we've gotten even more vendors in there this year. We've got everything from jewelry, clothing, home goods. We have the Audrey Rose Vintage Department 56 holiday display, and all of those are for sale. So it's really kind of a one-stop shop that we're really thrilled with. And that opens on Thursday. So we'll be open Tuesdays through Sundays, 11 to 5.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is so exciting, Hayley. I'm seeing more of these like makers markets, these craft markets pop up all over the state. Why is this increase? Where are you seeing this increase? And why do you think it is that we're seeing more of these local makers sell their stuff for the holidays?
Yeah, I think it's a few different things. I think Minnesota is very unique in how much it values the local economy and local ecosystem. I think we've always been kind of ahead of the curve here in terms of supporting makers and artisans, because I think people in Minnesota really understand the economic impact of that. And I think during the pandemic, that was really highlighted just in how we saw those communities thriving, where the big chain retailers and people like those big corporations, it doesn't have as much of an impact in the local community. So for every dollar spent, $76 from an independent business will be invested back into the community.
Wow.
So that's really, when you support local artists, local makers, and small businesses, you're really investing in your own community.
Are you seeing an increase in people understanding that impact of local shopping? We've heard shop local for years, but I feel like more and more people are making it a personal mission to support places in their community this time of year.
100%. And I think the artisan piece of that, but then also the vintage side of that. We founded Minneapolis Vintage Market in 2018, and that has gone from strength to strength because people understand not just the economic impact of shopping local, but the environmental impact, especially when you're purchasing things that are either sustainably made or secondhand. We're in kind of crisis mode for production and things like that. So it's really at the point where people are being more thoughtful about their consumption and choosing to buy secondhand or sustainably made items because we just honestly, at this point in time, I think we're at a point where we're almost at the point of no return with how much we produce as a country and as a planet. So people are making smarter decisions about those things. And my most favorite thing about the work that I do is getting to support all of these small business owners in feeding their families and creating the life that they want and following their artistic endeavors. And I think that's really cool to see it come to life. And we're fortunate to have partnerships with all of these great venues and organizations, including Mall of America, where we will be opening a pop-up store on Black Friday as well. So lots of opportunities to shop local, even when you're at the mall this holiday season.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your presence at the Mall of America and what people can expect. This is a spot that people make a visit to, even if they don't live in the Twin Cities, especially around the holidays. Is this going to be like what we can expect at your other holiday markets?
Yeah, so that one is a little bit different. We'll have 40 makers who will be set up for the duration of that pop-up. So we open Black Friday and then we're just open on weekends. So really trying to make the most of our time there and really capitalize on that weekend foot traffic. But we'll be open there 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. every weekend through right before Christmas. So it's a great opportunity for people to be at the mall and be supporting local artists and makers. We have a couple food vendors in there. We have all kinds of cool stuff in there. And we'll be located in the south section of the mall on the ground floor, right by LL Bean and Forever 21.
Ah, I know the spot. That's where I like to park.
Yep.
Okay, that's good to know. Hayley, thank you so much. One more question I have for you. What are you loving right now? I mean, it sounds like up to 50% of us haven't started our holiday shopping yet. Any makers, brands, products you want to give a shout out to for anyone looking to do some shopping?
Yeah, I'm always a sucker for like living in Minnesota, you can never have too much good knitwear.
True.
So like anytime I get to purchase like handmade scarves, gloves, hats, I lose my hats every single year. We have lots of good options for that, including Woolly Bear Knits, 1004 Designs down at Holidays on Nicollet. We have a couple different vendors for those things. And then I'm excited for the Department 56 holiday display. So I'm going to probably add to our family's collection for that stuff from Audrey Rose Vintage this year. And it's just a really fun place to explore all kinds of different things. So yeah, I hope to see everyone there.
I love it. Hayley, thank you for your time. Thank you for what you're doing for our community and our local maker community. We really appreciate it.